Hello guys, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at the RX6600, and this is actually my first Radeon GPU, and I got this for around $100 brand new, and it was a pretty good deal, so it was like I simply couldn't miss it, and I decided to buy one. This is the MSI Ventus with 2 fan and 8-pin power support. On the back of the graphics card there is also the MSI Dragon, which I really like about, but unfortunately there's no RGB light for this graphics card. I'm also gonna do a little comparison with the card that I'm currently using, which is the RTX 3060, and the part I wanted to test out is because I think that the RX 6600 is also a 2K capable card, but the 128-bit VRAM is certainly holding it back as well. From the recent GPU launch, we know that AMD and NVIDIA are trying to keep their entry-level card 1080p by using the 128-bit memory, and because once we set this card to high resolution such as 2K or 4K, we see a lot of decrease in performance, and that is certainly because of the memory. One important thing to know that when you switch from NVIDIA GPU to AMD GPU or the other way around, you need to uninstall the driver first. So you can head over to TDU to download the driver uninstaller, otherwise it might cause some crashes. Starting with FF15 benchmark at 2K high setting, the RX 6600 only achieved 5,389 points, which got classified as fairly high. One interesting thing I noticed though is that the power consumption isn't as high as I would have thought, and as a result this is a really quiet GPU. Next is Rainbow Six Siege tested as 2K max setting, but with the recent update where they added more lighting effect, I can see that the GPU has definitely more pressure than usual, so as a result it only achieved an average of 118 FPS. By tuning the settings a bit, you can still achieve way beyond 144 FPS on 2K with this card. Next is CSGO at 2K high setting with an average of 210 FPS, but I noticed that sometimes during gunfight it might dip all the way to 170, however it still delivers a pretty smooth experience. But the real problem begins with other popular titles in Asia like Naraka Playpoint, and well, for 2K high it only achieves around 60 FPS and for 1080p high around 82. However, here comes a point where I want to bring out from the beginning of the video is that the VRAM usage reaches 100% before the GPU can utilize its 100%. So this is definitely a really good card for $100 if you just want to play some esports game, but I'm not quite sure about the game in the future, whether it will still be able to handle that. The last game I want to talk about is Apex Legends. Now, not everyone is gonna play this game at ultra setting. I know if you play at 2K low setting, you can achieve around 120 FPS. However, if you set the texture all the way to the max, which is 8 GB VRAM, the texture setting has a lot of impact. At 1080p low setting, you can reach beyond 200 FPS. However, if you set it to max, it's gonna hover around 130, and the same goes for 2K. Playing at 2K max setting, even though it has an average of 200 FPS, the experience isn't smooth, and you have a lot of stutter and lag. I tried turning the settings a bit, but unfortunately this didn't really solve the issue. So as a conclusion, this is definitely a great card for $100. Like, it offers great performance. However, well, it still can't play games at 2K and any other future games. In my opinion, you might need to stick with lower setting, and it generally is built for some lighter game or esport title. Now, it is pretty clear that, as you can see recently, where AMD and Nvidia not only delay cut off the PCI lanes but also reduce the memory bit, and I see this as a issue because, well, it's not only about the resolution of the gameplay anymore, but also whether this will limit what type of game they're able to play at max setting. So hopefully you enjoy my really short video about the RX 6600, and I'll see you in the next video.